hostile environment. These fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Boise State Broncos, taking on a team from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Razorbacks will get this season underway as toe meets leather. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Leaves it with the back. At the 35, he's loose. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
The Broncos just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Here comes the heat. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Lost the fire on second down. Pulls it in. It's Bush. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch. And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inch, you just have to go execute, and they do it there.
And the Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20. Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. They'll go right back to him. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19. Guys, let's take just a minute and talk about Boise State. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on third down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage call, and they get the INT.
The offense changing the play. He'll start this drive firing. Working that left side now. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Let's see what they've got on second down. looking to fire. Dances away. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Guys, when you think about Arkansas, everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
To the air on first down. And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the first down. Just keep giving him the easy. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And the Razorbacks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Motion from the wideout. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Razorbacks will hustle to the line. And you really can't be called the Hogs if you're not willing to grind it out in the dirt.
Yeah, and I love calling the offensive linemen the hog mollies. In Arkansas, in that beautiful state, you're going to find a bunch of big, strong individuals, and the identity of that team is usually built on those guys up front.
Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
Really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed and with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now to get the ball back to his offense.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. He breaks a tackle. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Guys, he's already got 44 yards on the ground, and they wanted to have an identity as a running team, and he's giving them that in the season opener. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The Broncos with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Caught in the backfield, it's Bush. Breaks into the open. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. And the Broncos are on the move. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a third and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Quick completion on the out route. Touchdown Broncos! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A 67-yard touchdown drive there. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Quarterback may change this route. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Dumps it off in the flats. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Boise State has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Back to pass. Fired in there, but incomplete.
Yeah, you could tell he was locked in. And plays are meant to go to certain guys, but sometimes you got to get back, you got to read the defense, and make a different decision if they play the right defense. And right there, that was one of those times.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
They'll knock him down right at the 35-yard line. Still a lot of ground to cover to get to the first down marker.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's really good in the open field, but that's just asking too much of him at this point. 3rd and long situation. He wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss trying to get that first down.
Try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. Mental errors like that just kill drives. We'll see if they can overcome it.
Okay, ready?
Wants to pass. Bring in the heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. That defensive end came off the ball with one goal in mind, and he was headed for the quarterback.
And when you get off that fast and you're already on an edge as a 4-3 defensive end, a lot of times all you got to do is win with your hands, and you can get to the quarterback. Nice job rushing the passer. Nice technique. Nice job working around the corner. And nice job getting that quarterback and getting the sack.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Fires left. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. The Broncos are in the hurry-up.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job.
Touchdown, Boise State! A great catch and run for 6.
I bet this coaching staff is jacked up to get this offense firing so fast early in the season, on point. A lot of times it takes time to build the rhythm. It takes time to get it rolling. This offense started the season off with a bang.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 25 clash today. Kentucky needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Lexington behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to UCLA. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Might be calling a hot route. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He fires a bullet to the right. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Got him downfield. Still on his feet at the 45. There he goes. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right right down the middle. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got an open man. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Grab behind the line. It's Bush. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Broncos want to crank the tempo. Wide receiver comes in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Burns. Turning it on! Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. Open space at the 25. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
The Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Might be looking to run. Pressure's there, and he lets it go.
Really nice third down sub-defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Nestled just inside that right upright. And that lead grows even bigger.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout.
Timeout, Arkansas.
So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Might be changing the route. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Skips away from pressure. Had to throw it before he wanted. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard, so you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
Looking downfield very late in the half. This one's complete. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout, Arkansas.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. He might want another play. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Right down the middle. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Broncos will kick it off to start the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Wants to go up top. Looking to the big tight end. That one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Making side adjustments here. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Keep the ball moving. Keep the ball moving.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. He put some heat on that one down the middle. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
Nice job by the defense there. You talk about when you have your foot on the neck of your opponent, you just keep the pressure down, right? You don't take it off. And with that opportunity on fourth down in their opponent's territory, you get the stop. You now get an opportunity here in the second half to build on your two-possession lead.
Finding an escape route. Got enough for the first. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos.
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that play.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, the big top 15 battle is underway, and it's been very interesting so far. Iowa State is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but you take a look at the scoreboard and you see we have ourselves a close game. They're up by 7 over West Virginia. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Just ran him over. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. And the Razorbacks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
And this is going to be incomplete on third. I don't know if this is the time for this type of risk. Offense going for it inside its own 40. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. He's got it. First down and more. Still running at the 40. Smashes ahead. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. The Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got his man downfield.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
They'll run it from the gun. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Razorbacks started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. He'll set up to throw. Back swinging for the goal line. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Second down, he'll throw it. Oh, they're after him. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Now on 3rd and goal, and that earlier sack left them with more ground to cover.
Yankee blue! Yankee blue!
From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the score. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football. You saw it right there.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Power football with the run. Oh, he's got some space. The 40. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Broncos. And the punishment has been extended.
Yeah, offensive line, give me a crack, I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
And he puts through the extra point.
BoiseSt 31, Arkansas 7.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but...
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam! And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got it. The Razorbacks want to pick up the tempo. Looking downfield on first down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Well, the offense getting a little bit greedy. I think they had an explosive play the play prior, and they decided to try to pile on, throw the ball right away, but the defense was ready for it, and what a great job up front, defeating the block and getting the sack, creating a negative play.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Fights off the defender. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. He wants to change this route. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. Looking to throw for it. He's got him. Touchdown, Arkansas. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game one. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
Got it in the middle. It's Cooks. He stopped short of the goal line, and they are unable to get the 2 and cut this to a 2-possession game. And the low percentage play, the onside kick, bounces out of bounds, and they'll drop the flag. They were trying to steal a possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead. Great place to start for this offense. The give to the back. Runs through the tackle. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. The Broncos can really attack on this second and short. We've reached the end of the period. Boise State has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So the final period starts with a second down play. Here's the handoff. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Broncos will have it 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. A shot toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
The most frustrating thing I see in football is when teams give up and they quit and they wave the white flag. It drives me nuts. You're on the field. Your job is to stop them. It doesn't matter what the scoreboard is. It doesn't matter how much time is left. Keep fighting. Keep grinding. You never know what can happen. Maybe you get hot. Maybe you make an all-time comeback.
To the air on 1st down. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Boise State.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. And that is not what he had in mind as he steps out of bounds at the 3-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
Unloads to the wideout. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. Touchdown, Broncos! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Makes a move. Got a little room. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on first down. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they've gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks that this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. Wants to go up top on first down. And they're not on the same page there.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now, because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
And the Razorbacks headed quickly to the line. Wants to throw again. And he's thrown another interception. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. He has the first and still on his feet.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. They'll give it to the back. There he goes. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
The Broncos have it with a 1st and 10. Got room to work. Just ran over him. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They're still firing away even with this lead. Caught close to the marker, it's Bush. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw just spectacular football.